And I am excited now joining us here on the morning after on our YouTube channel, TMA STL on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to us and you can hear all of our interviews and my Straight to the Webs, which I've been fortunate enough to interview Ellen Foley, who was on Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell. We just interviewed Mark Farner of Grand Funk, who's going to be in town. And this band will be in town in July. And I cannot wait because they're my new favorite band. A lot of people I talked to said, "Where you been, Iggy?" We've been listening to them for 3 years, and I just happened to find them a couple weeks ago, and I can't stop listening. We're talking about the band Liliac, and joining us is lead singer Melody, lead guitarist Samuel, and drummer Abigail joining us now. Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Hi. How are you? We're good.
We're doing great. Like I said, it started during the pandemic when, we're all kind of at home. We can't go anywhere, and I am really into music, mostly classic rock, but, I like to find new bands. And I was doing that a few weeks ago, and I don't know if I typed in metal or I might have typed in Ronnie James Dio, and I got done watching a couple of those videos at Rainbow, and then you guys popped up, and I said, wait a minute, somebody's doing Rainbow in the Dark? And I listened. I said, oh, my God. And I had to search and find out more about you guys. You guys are tremendous, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I have to ask how it started. I know you started. You're a family of five for people that don't know, and I seem to be the only one in St. Louis that doesn't know who Liliac is. I do now, but you have Melody on vocals, you have Samuel on guitar, Abigail on drums, who we have with us today, and then brother Ethan on rhythm guitar, and he plays bass when he seems to play bass when Melody's singing and not playing bass. And then you have Justin on keyboards, the youngest member. You're all five family members, came out of California. I have to ask, I know your dad got you started in it, but when did he say, you guys, you want to play instruments, or what do you want to do, and just started giving you guys instruments and you started learning?
Yeah, basically, our dad's a music producer, and we kind of grew up around music all our lives, and he gave us instruments to learn. I would say we started the band around, 2015, and that's, when we released our first cover, which was Wild Thing, which kind of got us into, that rock sound.
And did you say that right away Melody said, I'm singing, Samuel said, I'm playing guitar, I'm playing drums, Abigail, you guys decide, and just said, well, why don't you try this?
Well, at first, before the band formed, me and Sam would sing a lot, so we're kind of okay, nailed down that I was kind of the singer because I could sing. And then my dad's like, okay, since I have all of you guys, maybe we could make a band. So my dad's like, oh, Sam, you should go on rhythm. You should go on lead guitar. Ethan, go on rhythm. And then I play the bass and sing. Back then, Abby on drums because she can't really sing, but she's really good at dancing and stuff like that. And then Justin, with Justin and Ethan, it was kind of funny because they told us that my dad was saying, oh, Justin, Ethan, what do you want to play, rhythm guitar or keyboards? And then Justin says, oh, I don't care. So then Ethan took rhythm guitar, and then Justin was like, okay, I guess I'll play the keyboard.
Poor Ethan got stuck with keyboards. Oh, y'all on all your videos. I mean, Justin, y'all have pretty much, except for Melody and Sam, because, depending on the song, it's kind of you two in there, and then Abigail is just so great on drums. But everybody gets almost equal airtime as far as videos. You're all on there all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure your dad makes sure that happens. And your dad, Florin, is also your manager, not only your producer, but he's your manager, too.
Yes, he is our manager.
And I have to ask you, because that is so much to do for a dad. And when you first started out, you guys were playing the Santa Monica Pier quite a bit and hadn't been out of the state. How big was it for you guys to sign with BTE?
Oh, it was a really big step because, back in our 2019 tour, our dad was also booking the shows, and he was also the driver. So my dad was doing a lot of work. So when we got to was it BTE that contacted us? Yeah, BTE contacted us, and they were like, oh, okay, this is big because there's a lot of big people that are also with them. And then we're like, okay, it's going to be a lot easier in our hands while BTE books us the shows. And they're sometimes even big shows, thousands of people come to them, but yeah.
Yeah. And what was it, a couple weekends ago? Because we must have just missed. I guess you only did that one show with Vixen because the night after you guys opened for Vixen, they were in St. Louis the very next night. So that'd be kind of cool to open up for Vixen and there was another big star on that show, wasn't there?
Yeah, we're also gonna open up for them in Chicago. I said that.
Yeah, and they came to St. Louis the next night. I said, well, you could have brought Liliac with you.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go around to you three, and I'm gonna ask who were your influences, because after watching you, I kind of got my own idea of who I think you kind of had some influences from. Now Melody, I can name like 30 people because you're so good, but and I think everybody, because you do some Rainbow and you do some Ronnie James Dio covers, everybody's going to say Dio, even though it's a dude. You just have that voice. But I also think Lizzie Hale, and I also think I don't know if you're familiar with Taylor Momsen from the Pretty Reckless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she is a little bit of that, and I also think, even though in some parts, I mean, she's more really punk, but Tatiana from Ginger.
Ooh, that's a big one.
That is a big one, because she'll go from like soprano to the girl from Exorcist. There's quite a range there, but there's so many you can do, and you can tell when you did your Janis Joplin cover, that range is so wide there that you can pretty much do anything you want.
Yeah.
So who is somebody that you haven't covered yet that you want to? Because I don't think, have you covered any Hailstorm yet?
No, we haven't. I always want to share Hailstorm, but maybe like a Journey song like Separate Ways, or Aerosmith, Dream On, maybe Scorpions, Rock You Like a Hurricane. Those would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm going to give you one song you guys should learn. I think you should cover Hailstorm, I Am the Fire.
Oh yeah, that one's a good song.
You guys could kill that, I think. And so many good guitars. Now, Samuel, I'm more into the classic rock. Like, I'm a huge Rory Gallagher fan, and I go into the classic rock. But Randy Rhoads, I think, is you to a T.
Yeah, he's one of my main inspirations, as well as like other strike guitarists like Paul Gilbert, Richie Kotzen, Yngwie Malmsteen, Eddie Van Halen, of course, and so many more.
Yeah, and this is a hard one for you, Abigail, because I think because you're always smiling in the back, you're singing along with the songs, you're bopping up and down, you're having a great time. You remind me so much of Taylor Hawkins, rest in peace.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like when I first started drumming, I was watching a lot of his videos and everything, and it's just such a shock to find out that. But yeah, Taylor Hawkins is really awesome and one of my inspirations.
Perfect. Now, I got to ask plus and minuses, because I know, being family, I grew up with 6 brothers and sisters, so I know what the family dynamic is like, especially trying to share one bathroom. But now you're together almost every day, whether you're touring on the bus and you're on stage and backstage and in the hotel, and pluses and minuses of having 5 family members in the band and seeing everybody every day.
For each one of us, or just for like in general?
All of you can answer. Let's go with the pluses for Melody.
Pluses, we stick together. It's not like, oh, we have to like meet up and stuff like that. We're like, okay, we're here. Okay, let's go. So that's cool. And it's like, we can't hate each other. Minuses, sometimes the little boys can get annoying.
Samuel, are you a little boy? Is she just talking about your 2 brothers?
The 2 brothers.
Okay. Yeah, you're the old guy of the group. What, 24?
No, 23.
23. You just turned 23, didn't you?
Yeah, my birthday was in the 21st of March.
Yeah, I saw a shout-out from your family on Twitter.
Yeah.
And Abigail, the minuses. What if you have an argument that day, that afternoon, with say you and Melody argue, then you have to go out and play that night?
Just kind of like have to push it aside, and then like be moved. Yeah, come back to it later, because you just have to focus on the show,
And when do
so
you?
Much fun.
Yeah, how do you guys decide? Because you've done so many, and there's so every song is so good the way you cover it, and you do have 2 albums out. We have to let people. Your new album, Queen of Hearts, is out, and your first album, Chain of Thorns, is out as well. and tremendous. And at the end of the interview, I'll let everybody know how they can find you and order merch and things like that. But how do you guys decide what songs to cover? Does your dad come up with an idea, or you guys all throw in ideas and then work on it? How does that come about?
So we kind of like go with songs that we like, that we really love, like the big hits from these big bands that inspire us. And then first off, we see if Mello can sing it, because sometimes the songs are in her range, and we got to make sure the vocals are, match with her voice. And if it does, then everyone else will learn the song.
Perfect. I watched the videos. I don't think there's anything Melody can't do as far as range. She is that good too, and everybody. When I put this on a couple of pages on Facebook pages that I belong to that are music related, I thought I was turning people on to new music. I said, "Hey, have you guys ever heard of this band Liliac? They're amazing. The singer is got a range. She sounds like 9 different people if she wants to." And everybody's responding, "Where you been? I've been following them for 3 years. I've been following them for 4 years. I've been following them for 2." Like, man, I got to get on the ball here. How am I not watching you guys? But so many, and same with Samuel. I mean, depending on what song you play, I mean, you can pretty much nail everything.
Oh, thank you.
Have you gotten any feedback from any of the artists you've covered? I mean, obviously some are passed away, but any feedback from the band have reached out to you? Hey, great job doing our song.
Yeah, when we first released our Rainbow in the Dark cover, it blew up and everyone was sharing it everywhere. And it reached for example, Ronnie James Dio's son and Vinny Appice, the drummer, and Wendy Dio. So they all saw it and they were all impressed. And we actually got to meet Vinny Appice.
And it gave me a chance to actually perform live with him a couple songs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there somebody that you haven't performed with that you guys are all just saying, God, we really want to open for them, or we want to perform with them and do a song with them?
Metallica.
Yeah, that would be big.
Metallica.
Yeah.
And anybody that not just perform with, but maybe idols of all 3 of yours that, God, at some point I got to meet this person.
Probably Motley Crue.
I would say Josh Kiska from Greta Van Fleet.
Okay. They're all coming to St. Louis at some point this year. Motley Crue's playing Busch Stadium, so.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah, and Hailstorm is coming. They're playing Point Fest, one of our sister stations here, 105.7 The Point, which is alternative rock. Hailstorm is coming there, so.
That's awesome. We actually got to meet her, and she was just such a good person to be around,
Yeah, Lizzie Hale is so down to earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about, because you guys are going to actually give me a little information here. July 12th, you guys are coming to St. Peter's, the Diamond Music Hall. I have never been there. I know the 2 guys that own it are rockers themselves. Both musicians, and they opened this because they want good concerts in St. Louis. You guys played there last year. I have never been there. Tell me a little bit about the Diamond Music Hall.
It's a really cool venue. Like, the whole atmosphere there is really cool.
They
with
have,
the lights and decorations, and have a lot of pool tables. It's just really cool, chill place. But then they have a really great sound and stage and everything.
They also have 2 separate bars. One says Stairway to Heaven, and it's all looking like heaven. And then one says Highway to Hell, when it looks all like fiery, and it's really cool.
Cool. And I did notice that they have general admission, but they also have like VIP tables if you want to sit with 8 or 10 people, or if you just want to kind of hang around the stage and get general admission.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be fun. That's July 12th in St. Peter's, the Diamond Music Hall. Get your tickets. You can go on Liliac.com or LiliacBand.com, order tickets. I guess call the venue, too, and order tickets. But looking forward to that. And before I let you guys go, I have to ask, anything that is in the works that we don't know about as far as another album or some covers that you're really looking forward to putting out, some new video? Your videos are amazing, and I know that you guys do that all yourselves, but they're not just you singing. I mean, there's all concepts to it and everything. So you guys are killing with the videos as well.
Yeah, well, thank you. So, yeah, there are things that we are working on. For example, we're working on new original music for the 3rd album. So we're really excited about that. And then a few covers that we're going to be releasing soon.
You guys are going to work on the Hailstorm one, right?
Yeah.
You can go ahead and just dedicate that to Iggy because I really want to see Melody do Lizzie Hale. That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right, and also Taylor Momsen too. Pretty Reckless. She kind of reminds me of Lizzie Hale a little bit, and they have some great, really metal songs that they do in their album. So check that out. But I'm glad you guys are doing another album because you're so talented, and there's one thing you weren't gonna be labeled a cover band act because you came out with your first album pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, so before we let you go, let everybody know where they can find you as far as your website, on Twitter, on Instagram, all the good things.
Yeah, so you can find Liliac on all social platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and then we also have a website, www.liliacband.com, where you can buy our merch and listen to our music. And we have also digital platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon, so you can buy our music and listen to our music there as well.
We look forward to it, and again, we look forward to seeing you guys on July 12th in St. Peter's at the Diamond Music Hall. I am excited after I found you guys. I can't stop listening. I can't wait to see you in concert, and hopefully before or after the show, come back and say hi.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Melody, Samuel, Abigail, thanks, and give our best to Ethan and Justin. Look forward to seeing you guys in July.
All
All right, thank you. Rock on and rock hard.